Hello, Edwin here. Welcome to my channel once more. Today, I'm going to tell you guys everything you need to know about 190 visa, which is state nominated visa here in Australia. Is a direct permanent residence visa. So, in this video today, I'm going to show you everything you need to know, the eligibility requirements and the entitlement, like what you are going to have if you are granted this visa to come to Australia to live and work in your nominated occupation. So, I have to mention before I jump to my PC to show you about 190 visa. I have to mention that I'm not a migration lawyer. Please use all the information today as general advice. If you need services of a migration lawyer, it's advisable for you to get one in your country. So join me as I go to my PC to show you everything you need to know about 190 visa, state nominated skill visa here in Australia. Thank you, it's Edwin.
Various visas. So today I'm going to take you through visa 190. So visa 190 basically is one of the skill nominated visas in Australia. Is a direct permanent residency visa. In this visa, the state is going to sponsor you, receive invitation from the state for you to apply for 190 visa. So this is just the Australia immigration website. So that will show you everything you need to know about visa 190. So like I said, is a permanent residence visa. The cost for this visa is 4,910 Australian dollars. If you hit here, it tells you everything you need to know about the processing time. So about this visa, so this visa we allow you to stay in Australia permanently. You can work and study in Australia, attend free English language classes through Adult Migrants English program if you're eligible. You can enroll in Australian public health care scheme, sponsor your relative to come to Australia, travel to and from Australia for 5 years if eligible, become an Australian citizen. So if you are granted this visa and you stay in Australia for 4 years in total, then you can apply to become a permanent resident. So let's look at the eligibility for visa 190. Um, let's go here. So you need to be invited to apply. You also you need to have occupation that is eligible for 190 visa. You need to have a suitable skills assessment. I cannot overemphasize this that skills assessment is very important when you're applying for a skill migration visa here in Australia. So basically, it's just you sending your degree to the assessing body, that the different assessing authorities in Australia, depending on your course. I know for pharmacists is APC, engineers is Engineers Australia. So for medical lab scientists is AIMS. So the different bodies, responsible for conducting skills assessment for people. So be of this age. Let's click here. So you must be aged under 45 when you're invited to apply for this visa. So you can apply for this visa if you turn 45 after we invite you to apply. So basically, this is saying that the cutoff for this visa is 45. At the time of invitation, you need to be under 45 or 45. If you're above 45, sorry, you're not eligible for this visa. Then you need to have a score of 65 points or more. So the skill migration program here in Australia is point based. So, I keep mentioning I already made a video on a point calculator that will give you an idea of what your point is going to be. Or basically, your point is going to put into consideration your age, academic qualification, your work experience, and at the end of the day, English language test. At the end of the day, you have a score. So you need a minimum of 65 points for you to be eligible for this visa. 65 is the minimum, but these days it's becoming more competitive. So it's advisable for you to, have more points. The more points you have, the high chances of you being invited. And if you want to know more, like your point, you can hit on the point calculator. It's gonna give you um like a login to enter your factors, the variables, and at the end of the day, the system is going to give you a score. You need to have this level of English. You need to have competent English for you to, apply for this visa. And one may ask, what is competent English? So if we come here and see what competent English is all about. So yeah, is it so for IELTS 6 for listening, reading. Yeah, As it guys, OET 290 for listening, 47, you know. But the truth of the matter is for you to have a point, you need to, you know, score at least 7 in your eyes or, score up to this in like 65 in your PTE for you to have up to 10 points. Then first day you have to meet the skills requirements, meet health requirements, meet our character requirements, and then they sign the Australian value statement. So guys, if you want to get like detailed information on this, all you need to do is just to click on this button and it will give you detailed information about this particular visa. So like I said, if you hit visa 190 Australia immigration, it's going to bring you to this page where you can enter your details and everything you need to know how fantastic that is. Then this one is just telling you step by step guide before you apply. You need to submit expression of interest. I've also made a video on how you can lodge your EOI in SkillSelect, and you need to provide document to support the claims you make in your EOI. So if you're eventually invited to apply for visa like through your SkillSelect, then you need to submit evidence document to substantiate the claims you made in your expression of interest. Then definitely you have to pay the fee. I think it's 4,009 something Australian dollars. Then you apply for that visa. It's saying here that you have, let me highlight it. At the point of you being invited, you have 60 days from the date of your invitation to apply for that visa. So you have like, 2 months to launch your application after you receive invitation from SkillSelect. And after you apply, you just have to wait, for the visa outcome. And if it is granted, yeah, start booking your flight to Australia. So the good thing here, if you're coming to Australia with this visa, you're coming as a permanent resident. You don't need any house. You just come here, settle down, live, work in your designated occupation. How fantastic that is. So guys, the financial year has started and most of the states have released their migration quota for this financial year. In fact, some have already started inviting. I know Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland, they've done first round of invitation for this new financial year. So this is the best time for you to review your EOI, review everything, make sure none of the document you have expired. So renew everything, renew your EOI, and then try to see some state require you to create ROI like Queensland, Victoria. So do those things and wait to be invited here. And that is good, guys. So if you have any question, just let me know. And I can't wait to see you in my next video. Until then, do have a nice day. Bye. It's Edwin.